I saw this morning an enemy, our enemy, and he was very much real and very much alive and very much moving in destruction and fire breathing, just very clearly that it was a dragon-like being with fire coming out and devouring is a word that I heard, just devouring, very strong, very red and powerful. It's just very dark. And I saw this in my mind off to the left, and it was just evil, and I could tell that it was evil. And I was wondering where good was. If this is evil, where is good? Where is God? Where is light? And as I looked over to the left, or the right, excuse me, I could see that the army of the Lord had been basically in stone. You could see that they were ready to charge. They were on their horses. They had their spears. They had everything ready to fight this fight. But they were, what's the word? The right word. Haltered, is that a word? They were stopped, I guess is the way to put it. And they were in stone. And I remember coming alive in this vision, and I know that it was me that was speaking, but I was meant to represent mankind when I was talking. And I approached the stone army and began to basically hit on it and be like, wake up, I need you to fight this for me. I need you to fight this battle for me. And I approached them, and I'm just hitting the men and the horses and shaking it, and they were hard as stone and they weren't moving. And I didn't understand. And then I could see, and it was no longer me, it was just a person, and I could see them, and they went and they stood right in the middle of this battle, right in the middle of good and evil. And they fell to their knees, and they were holding something in their hands, and it was brightly lit, it had a glow, and they were holding it dearly, like it was the most important thing to them, and they wouldn't let it go. It was the most valuable thing that they could think of in the whole wide world. And I was looking, and I'm like, Lord, what is in their hands? What is in their hands, Lord? And I could see in their hands, and I can see as they laid their hands out in front of them, that there was something in their hands. And I could see that it was the heart of man. And then I saw the person pick up a pen and begin to write on the heart. Their own thoughts, their own feelings, their own self, everything that they thought. And they held it in their arms, and nothing was going to let it go. Yet they looked back and wondered why this army was frozen. They held this heart, and they put it back into them. But then they realized that this wasn't right. This wasn't what was supposed to be. So they took it out and began to use their arm to try to smear off this writing, to try to take it off, and it wouldn't budge at all. It would stay exactly the way that it was written, and it wouldn't come off. And they were exhausted and tired and broken, just broken-hearted, so broken. And then the Father approached this person. And he held out his hand to them and lifted them up. And the person, they gave the heart to the Lord, saying, or to the Father, and was like, I take this. I can't get it off. I can't get it off. And they handed this to the Father, and the Father took it and began to lead this person. And right there in the middle of this frozen army and this very much alive enemy was the cross of Christ. And the Father reached up with his hand and put this heart right on the heart of Jesus. And the blood of Jesus began to pour over this heart. And as its blood poured over this heart, the words that were spoken on this heart began to fade and completely go away. That was it.
Early on in the meeting, I saw it was the foundation of a house, that had been. It was like a strange, like kind of a glowing, almost a green substance.
Oh.
And it's hard to explain, but I couldn't see its exact shape, but it was clearly a very specific shape. It was designed. The idea was that it had been cut. This foundation had been perfectly cut to this via the blueprint.
Oh.
But when I saw the foundation, I saw it like almost like as if someone from higher up, like the Lord Himself, with someone took it and had like thrown it down to the ground, and it slammed down perfectly, and it was perfectly level.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So it came boom, like
from above.
From above.
Yes.
Not made by men, but was being like.
Why are you talking about the grain, the precious stone, something like that? I think about emerald. Is emerald the gray or something like that? Emerald. So.
I was thinking that's a jasper.
Jasper.
Okay. Yeah, maybe jasper. I don't remember. It was
Sister
like
Katie knows better.
Some emeralds are, yeah.
Emerald. No. Come on, you know everything.
different gems can have different colors as well.
Colors,
so, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah, in the back of my head is some precious stone like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that amazing?
That was in the early part of the.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That was in the early part of the meeting before you kind of really got into the.
Oh, the saying those things.
The teaching.
Oh.
And then later in the meeting, I don't remember at what point, but I did see one more thing. I saw a sphere.
What?
A sphere, a ball.
Oh.
Well, I didn't know what it was at first.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I saw a spoon, like carve into it, and it was like revealing layers underneath. And I believe it was like a.
What is carving in it? I have no idea.
So I have a round ball and then a spoon carved out a piece of
a spoon.
A spoon, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then it was revealed that the sphere was actually like some kind of candy.
Oh, okay.
It was some kind of had layers of.
Yeah.
Like a jawbreaker.
No, soft.
Oh.
It was soft, like chocolate or something with layers of
sweet
filling and chocolate or something.
Okay.
And I was really confused, like why I was seeing that. And then I saw, like next to it or in comparison with it, a pearl. And the pearl was, and within this candy there were these layers, and and maybe taste different things.
Yes.
But then I saw the pearl, and it was this perfect, white pearl.
Yeah.
And hard, you can't cut it with a spoon.
You can't do anything.
But it was as almost so I could see within it, and within it was all pure white light. There was no. It was a pure, perfect pearl.
Oh wow!
And it was, and in the vision, it was I felt like, on a very basic level, the comparison between what man would think is good.
Yeah.
Yes. Versus
Sweet.
the reality.
Yeah.
Easy to manipulate and move versus something that is.
And something that's
hard and
temporal and
I think about the producing of it as well.
Not really.
You can make
the
that.
production of the pearl comes through much hardship.
Pearl is.
It's not a sweet.
Yeah, it cannot be man-made.
Appealing.
Yeah. Go ahead. Is that amazing? God use vision confirm the messages always.
Yeah, I saw it. It was like a movement, almost like the kind of, like if you were in a room alone and something moved, it would catch your attention. And so that's what it was. A very brief movement, but when I looked, I saw it was I didn't see the face or head of this person, but it must have been Jesus on the throne. But I saw him fully robed with a white robe, but a red sash. And the movement was that he had.
Rise up?
No, he had moved his arms out, but he had pulled out and had a scroll in his hand.
Oh.
and it was like the robe, the red robe, or the red, it was a scarlet sash, was highlighted, not in a lighting kind of way, but just it was such a contrast to his white robe, and the scroll was in his hand. It was in his right hand, actually.
Okay.
He was facing me, so it was he was shifted, you know. You know, but so there was a revealing of the scroll, and then there was something about the sash that was set apart, as well as something. It like had a life of its own, almost like it kind of flowed on him.
Oh wow.
So
actually.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.